for the Chicago scene, having been here since the Smash 4 days, playing Ness since the Smash 4 days, and working his way into our hearts since the Smash 4 days. Starting on Smashville is interesting, but we'll see what they can make happen.
There's a lot of that. Gonna miss the grab there. ATATA just goes back though, just positioning. We are on Smashville, so we are going to see some PK fires. We are going to see some trailing players there to try to control this space.
Tried to wait out the jab for a back throw, but couldn't quite make it happen. PK flash, air dodge back. Getting off ledge isn't too bad. What an interesting option thrown out from Mistral to give up stage.
Oh, gets the second PK fire, turns that one into the grab. You saw Mistral jump the first one, trying to avoid the grab. Oh, gonna get the hold down smash there.
Okay. Catching him back on the stage here. ATATA playing slow. This is a very tiny stage. You don't have a lot of room to move around, a lot of room to do your double jump cancel PK fires. You don't have the freedom like that, so you have to play so slow.
What do you do with your Mistral here?
You know, you hold center, you don't play so close to ledge that you can get caught by a reversal, and wait for ATATA to throw something out unsafe.
I feel like that's 3 times in a row now that we've seen the PK flash using air dodge or using the PK2, but then using the up air to come back from ledge 3 every time. It's gotta be something Mistral can do different.
But Mistral does find the stock by approaching slowly with shield and waiting again for ATATA to throw out something unsafe. Finally closing out the stock.
Nice parry there, gonna get the back throw. Is that gonna be enough? One of the strongest back throws in the game. Still not enough, but that down smash on the other hand, more than competent.
Clean stock up for ATATA. Oh, okay, nice confirm. Wow, that was a cheeky one right there. Can't quite go any further with it. Small stage, platform's a little awkward. I'm honestly surprised Smashville is what both of these players are read on.
Yeah, you'd think honestly like PS2 or something simple like that, but no, Smashville is our game 1 locale, and ATATA looking very comfortable right now in this matchup.
Trying to approach with electric when Godfist, nothing doing here. ATATA comfortable at ledge, not afraid to go back to it as needed. All the movement going coast to coast.
No, honestly, a lot of the times when somebody's comfortable going back to ledge like that, you have to prove them wrong. Because they are going to keep doing that. It makes no difference to them, especially when you're getting those free 10-12% from those up airs every time.
Oh, that's going to confirm right there. The downer into the up air takes the first game for ATATA. And we're starting to see something that we didn't get to allude to too much before the game, which is the matchup check.
Right.
I could not necessarily find a lot of top-level Nesses in the history for Nice.
Nice, I like Nice.
I could not find much Nice in Mistral's history. But ATATA, of course, having 2 in-region Kazuya to play against, Suspect from Michigan, and in Chicago himself, Abe, and he's got a winning record on both. 2-0 against Suspect, 18-5 against Abe.
So he's leads, but not much.
He knows at the very least, he understands how to play against Kazuya on each stage, right? If there's the one thing that a matchup knowledge will give you, is that piece of information. So we're taking it to Hollow Bastion.
So as far as the benefit of this compared to something like Smashville, is the wider side going to be benefiting Mistral here? Is that why we're seeing this as kind of our second stage here?
I'd say the platform's a little bit shorter. It makes it a little bit more reliable for Kazuya to continue combos onto that platform.
Okay.
Ness isn't going to be able to feel you as easily off the side with this move right here. You were exactly right about that. But ultimately, I think the big thing is that they're just, I'm assuming ATATA just banned some of the platform stages.
Just goes straight through the down smash there.
Okay, nice rising there. Yeah, back air, eating the stock away. Platform stages, I meant flat stages, excuse me. So I'm assuming Final Destination, Kalos. Oh, that's, of course, get the reset, but that's a re-grab. Okay, good patience from both of them. ATATA's going to be finding the better of it, 47% combo. Dancing around the stage with this floatiness.
Taking a very frustrating 54% so far.
Trying to PK Rocket, steal a stock. back throw. Yeah, that's a classic confirm. Falls out of it. Rage Drive will definitely take the stock. I highly doubt Mistral will try to hold it.
Honestly, surprised that Atata ends up going for the stock trade down there at the bottom. But if you get the stock on stage and you don't have to give up your own, why bother?
That's true. If you can go 2 stocks up, why bother with 1? 142%. How often do you see a character live against Kazuya at this percentage?
Especially a character like Ness as well. You think Kazuya would be able to close that gap a little bit, but instead you see ATATA getting another combo string here. Just like you saw the 54% the first time, now it's hitting 3.9 as you start this third stock.
That falling back here somehow connects with the front hit. And the down smash, a nice edge guard, doesn't take it at this percentage, but how deep do we go for it if you're ATATA? Great fade back.
And that is going to be enough on the jump read there. ATATA very confidently taking game 2 on counter pick here, and is now 1 game away from sending this Kazuya down into losers.
We're seeing more of the matchup check stuff come in on this stage as well. And we're going back to Hollow Bastion now. I understand why you don't want to take Ness to like small battlefield. You don't want to give him the opportunity to get these double dump, cancel PK fires, and just move around the stage. Even if you can get your Ferbs tech online as Kazuya and get some nice combo confirms and zero to deaths, it's rare that you're going to find those options. And he hasn't been able to find an Electric Wing Godfist barely at all against this character to begin with. So going back to Hollow Bastion prevents Ness from having all of that freedom of movement. But because the matchup is not so practiced for Mistral, ATATA's still getting to move around and get away with murder in a lot of cases.
Right. Even with the delay there, ATATA more than happy to just hold shield throughout that. Gonna get the grab here. Where do we go? How much damage do we get? 62.8. Not a bad start, but has to find a finish here. We could not find it in the second game, and that was proving very difficult for Mistral to deal with.
Back to stage. Very nice movement, even with just the center platform. Forward throw is going to set up for an edge guard here. I like PK Thunder. It's very safe. You can PK rocket out if it doesn't connect. Uh-oh. That's tough. That ate the jump. No response quick enough. It's just ATATA's game to lose at this point. The Rage Drive can steal the stock, and you see him fishing for it, but unfortunately one too many times, and one too much time as well. Time has elapsed. No more Rage Drive.
Great tech on that, but man, what do you do? How do you adapt to this? It's just smothering.
That's the one thing about Ness in general as a character is you have to know the matchup, and it's so difficult. I like the concept there, but you put yourself in some real danger. I think he was prepared for it, though. That is something that the matchup does afford you. If you know a little bit of knowledge about Ness as a character, you know what you can interrupt and what's going to shorten the PK rocket so that you don't get the bounce reset against the platform, or against, I guess, the stage. ATATA said, I'm not making that mistake again, not going any further deeper than he needs to. I don't know what happened there.
Interesting. Choices were made, but we are now probably the closest we have seen this set so far. It's up to Mistral to be able to take this further into the set, or we're just going to get Rio here. Nope, that should be enough for a stock.
Reset on stage? Nah, not quite enough. So close. But that's like the first Electric Wing Godfist we saw connect. So if you can find that win condition, by the way, credits to Mistral for approaching slowly with shield there, but if you can find that approach, stuff ATATA out to where he's forced to the corner and find the Electric Wing Godfist, that's your win condition.
This is not good, Kevin. It is not good.
Why am I talking about your win condition? You can't even get back to stage. ATATA closes this one out 3-0. Very cleanly, the champ taking it home. Keeping it strong for Chicago when Ice Knight couldn't.
Listen, man, seed 5, seed 2, Chicago moves on. You have a rep now in top 16, and now 1 win away from representing in top 8 tomorrow. What a really, really dominant set there from ATATA. You saw a couple of things from Mistral, but every time he found the key, ATATA changed the locks on him. It was a tough, tough sled there, and we are now, I believe, at the end of our block.
I think that was it. I think we got some fantastic games, and I'm happy to see Chicago versus the world for a lot of our block. Despite how the results turn out in some situations, it's still fun to cast the players that we know and the players that we don't and figure out